I've been experimenting finally with Strava and Sufferfest to try to do some online indoor training. And I'm about a week into playing around with both systems. I'm going to show you a couple features with Sufferfest and show you a couple features with Zwift. Sorry, did I say Strava earlier? Anyway, Zwift is what I meant. So we'll take a look and I'll give you my analysis. I learned is that you need an ANT plus transmitter in your computer, and then you need to make sure that you have a power meter or cadence speed sensors that connect via ANT plus. So that's how you get it into the computer and eventually get it onto these apps. So a couple strange setup things. Number one, if you buy one of these ANT sticks for your computer, you have to really push it in quite hard, especially if you're on a MacBook Pro like I am. I spent many minutes trying to figure out what was wrong with this ANT stick, and eventually I got frustrated and pushed it really hard, and then it did the second click and it finally registered. So do that. Another strange thing was make sure you turn off Garmin Connect because it interferes with the ANT signal as far as the computer's concerned, I guess. Other places tell you to get an extension dongle so you can get it closer to the bike. I haven't had the problem of it dropping off when I'm on the bike yet. I'm sure I will, but I have not purchased the USB dongle. So this is the Sufferfest interface. The cool thing with Sufferfest, I think, is that you get other stuff. So there's cycling, there's yoga, there's mental support, there's tri and running workouts, and they're all just a little bit different. So I really like that they have more to offer than just training. So there's quite a few famous workouts in here that everyone knows about. 9 Hammers is one that everyone knows about. They also, in Sufferfest, have a unique way at arriving at your overall power, which they call the well, there's a fitness test called full frontal. They have a name for this. They're trying to use the 4D system or something like that. Not quite sure. Yep, 4DP. So the concept there is you do a pair of 7-second sprints, a 5-minute all-out effort, a 20-minute threshold effort, and then a final 1-minute killer. And that'll give you a sense of where you are as an all-around cyclist. And I love that concept because FTP does not relate the full picture of what a cyclist is. Especially for me as a sprinter, I do not do well on FTP tests, but I can still sprint pretty well. So in any event, that's Sufferfest. So the videos, if you've ever done a Sufferfest video in the past, is very similar. It's real life cycling footage. The 9 Hammers one, no, Getting Away With It is one where you get out of work, is kind of the storyline that goes along with it. You can definitely tell these programs are produced by cyclists because the words they use and how they communicate to you is really fun. I would say one more thing about Sufferfest is the music is pretty good, and the music on Zwift is pretty horrific. So it's really just elevator music. I guess they expect that you're going to put your own headphones in. So the bike woken up, it automatically paired up real quick with the power tap I have and cadence, and if I put my heart rate strap on, I'm sure it would do that as well. So once you get into the interface, you can select a workout if you wanted to do a more specific regime. I got 60 to 90 minutes. I want to do a FTP booster, 10 to 12 week FTP program. So there's all these different things, which I think is great. You can create your own. So that's very cool. You can change the routes. And this is probably the best part of Zwift. You can join these upcoming events. So there's little group rides, there's races, there's specific events with a specific power to weight ratio goal, which I think is fantastic. You can find other Zwifters. Actually, I'm not sure how to find them yet. I haven't figured that out yet. By the way, I'm B@FixedSticks if you want to find me on the Zwift. You put all your information in. Your height and your weight are really important to getting an accurate Zwifting profile, so please be honest. It does a great job of gamifying the experience, so you unlock a lot of things right when you get started. I connected Strava, that unlocks stuff, so as you get more and more involved with Zwift, you get to do more and more things. So in any event, that's the interfaces. Another setup issue is the power tap. Like, I did a ride the other day and my numbers were really good. I was all excited. And then I got this sinking suspicion that maybe it was a calibration issue. More than a fitness improvement issue is the more likely culprit. So, yeah. I ran the bike outside and did the calibration. And now it feels probably a little more in check with reality, I guess. So for example, right now I'm doing 114 watts and I should be doing 150. So that blue square lights up blue. And then it gets black if you're in the right zone and turns red if you go overboard. So same with cadence on the other side. And then you've got your heart rate zones in the middle. You've got the workout down below scrolling. So as you complete it, it turns to the green line, and the red means that's what you've got to go. So all that stuff makes pretty good sense. And I suppose in a minute here, the cycling video stuff will start. But this is very Sufferfest, lots of words, a lot of communication from the program to keep you motivated or talk a little bit about cycling. I actually like this. I think it's kind of cool because they're definitely cycling type people, and I don't know, it makes sense to me. So that's all good. So the one I did the other day was really cool. They went through a mountain pass that's you'll never see in the tour because it's in a national park, I guess. But he explained the history of that and the ins and out of the area, so that was really cool. I like that. And the music changes with the effort, so if you're having an intense session or moment of the workout, the music picks up. The recovery sections, it's definitely a little bit slower. So here's the UCI Mountain Bike World Championships in 2015. So just like this race is going to go off, you can see that workout, the green line's about to turn red. So they want you to do a sprint here for the start of the race. And I just love that. I think that's really cool. Very realistic, good training. We'll let these guys take off and then I'll shut down the video and do the work. Okay, done with Sufferfest. That is hard. So perhaps my plan of back-to-back comparisons is not the smartest idea. So when you're done, you get all your stats, of course. So my normalized power was 252. I did the Blender mini version. 252 is 20.5 miles. It's a 66 TSS score with a 0.84 intensity factor is what I got. And I gotta say, that is more watts than I definitely was doing at this time last year, or probably throughout the whole winter. Cooled off now, and I decided I'm going to do the Zwift just so I can get this video finished. That's my plan. Alright, so we're firing up Zwift. See if I have to wake up my bike. So you have to download, by the way, you download the Zwift, you download the Zwift app on your computer, and it's a good idea to download the Zwift mobile link on your phone, so you have both those things, and off you go. Okay, I guess I understand now. I have 25 kilometers remaining in my free trial. That's interesting. It gives you a week or a set amount of mileage. Strange. Okay, so there's this is a little frustrating. Like, there's events here, and you can choose A, B, C, or D depending on your fitness level that corresponds with power to weight ratios. And there's some way to see the description of these events, but I can't figure it out without actually just joining the event. At any given time, there's like, I don't know, 1,200 Zwifters on there, maybe 1,500. But I kind of ride during an odd time of day for the United States. I typically ride before I pick the kids up, so like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I pretty much ride with British people all day long. Or not all day, but when I do these workouts, it's filled with British folks, which is kind of fun. Just to be connected with people. I saw a Japanese guy yesterday, and Sweden, and all kinds of stuff, so that's kind of cool. So, in any event, you can see the workout over here. I decided to do this thing called John's Short Mix. It's a 30-minute workout. We should have enough to get that done in our free trial of 25 kilometers, and that's it. All right, we'll see how this one goes. One of the things, I did a group ride the other day, and it was very realistic because there's people, like leaders for the group rides, that are barking at you to control your pace, stay together. Very realistic in that sense. So, you know, and it's not a big deal if you don't want to do that. Just blast off and do your own thing. But if you do that, I guess the question is, why'd you even join a little group ride in the first place? So, like that group ride, for instance, everyone was supposed to stay around 2 watts per kilo. And then they did a little sprint here and there to mix things up. So it was fun. And then the other day I did a race, a B race, which I think is like 3.2, average of 3.2 watts per kilo to 4 watts per kilo should be your FTP, I believe. I have to say, interesting thing I noticed doing them back to back is Zwift gives you that visual cue of something ending, an interval ending. There's a little, you know, a little, I don't know, ray of light that you go under, I guess. But you see it on the screen, and it keeps your interval, you know, powering through. You don't quit 5 seconds too early, which I think I was doing a lot of on the Sufferfest workout. So, all right, so who won the battle? Well, as far as my personal choice, I ended up going with Zwift because I felt like Zwift rode the line of giving me everything I needed from a training point of view, and also allowed me to have that option of doing some social group rides or group workouts. So I ended up going Zwift. As soon as I picked Zwift, I immediately regretted not having Sufferfest in my life. So if you could afford to, I totally see the value of it. I think they're $10 a month, so it's not an extraordinary amount of money. I just have to draw the line somewhere with all the stuff I spend on cycling. So that's why I went with Zwift. If you have any comments, or you could help me understand some differences with Zwift or Sufferfest, or if you've been on Trainer Road, that was another one that's out there that I have not tried. Throw those in the comments, and I'd love to have that discussion. So that's it. Talk to you soon. Go race your bike. Have you ever